How's it going, everybody? I just calculated my net worth and I am officially a millionaire. I am 35 years old and I love real estate investing. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 7 steps that I took to become a millionaire by 35 years old. And I'm going to break down exactly where all of my money is. I feel a little bit weird, to be honest, making this video because I just don't want to brag that I am a millionaire now. My hope in this video isn't to make you think I'm cool, but it's mostly just to help other people and hopefully to give you some motivation, some tips along the way, things that you can do to be more financially secure. And I will be the first to admit that what I have is 100% from God. God has blessed me tremendously, and I recognize His hand in all of this. One of my big driving motivations for being financially secure and financially independent is, one, to provide for my family. I have a wife and I have 5 wonderful kids that I love very much, and I want to be able to take care of them. But I also want to get to the point where I could go out and try and provide housing for as many people as possible. Similar to what Mr. Beast just posted a couple weeks ago, I found a lot of motivation from this video and I hope to do something similar in the future. So if you can do me a favor, please hit that like button on this video. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. I'm all about real estate investing and I hope I can help others achieve their goals. All right, let's break down where my net worth of $1 million is. All right, I'm gonna bust out my notebook so I don't have to keep looking back at it. So right now in cash, I have about $20,000 in the bank, and then I have a handful of real estate investments. So we're gonna break that down. I call it house number 1. That is a rental property. I have a net worth one. This is fair market value less any debt of around $225,000. House number 2, this one is also a rental, and I have a net worth in that one of about $160,000. And then I have house number 3. This is the house that I actually live in. My net worth on that one is $187,000. Now I have a hotel that I partnered with a guy on, and I contributed money into that hotel. It's actually a loan to the LLC that the hotel is under. I have a loan there, and that hotel owes me money back. I contributed $213,000 into the hotel and all the renovations and stuff. And I'm actually going to do a video on that one, so I'll break that one down. And then I have land and some other real estate investments that are worth about $150,000. I have a 401k and an IRA that has around $37,000 in it. And I have a health savings account with about $38,000 in it. So all of those things added up. Now, all of those are net of any debt. That puts me over the $1 million net worth mark. All right, so that's my breakdown of my $1 million in net worth. What's your guys' breakdown? Have you reached that status? Have you become a millionaire? Are you still working to it? Where are you at in the process? Hit me up in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. As you can see, I'm pretty heavily weighted towards real estate. I love real estate. The reason I like it is because, one, you can get the appreciation of real estate markets going up, which historically they do. Now, obviously, there are times when they will fall, but you can always just ride it out and hopefully get that appreciation in future years. The thing I also like about them is not only do you bank on the appreciation of the real estate, you have somebody who can pay you rent and pay for the house while that house is appreciating over time. So I love the rental income from it as well. All right, now let's break down the 7 steps that I took to become a millionaire at 35 years old. Step number 1 is go and get a good education. Now, this can be done in a variety of ways. It can be done through traditional college. It can be done through a trade school. It can even be done by just going out, finding somebody who knows a lot about a certain thing and working for them and gaining as much knowledge as you possibly can from them. I'm not going to tell you one way is better than the other because honestly, there are good ways regardless of the path that you take, as long as you go out and you apply yourself. Now, I would say this, if you're going to go get an education, get something that's specialized. People will pay money for somebody who is really good at a niche thing rather than somebody who is a jack of all trades and a master of none. Right? So for me, I went to the University of Utah. I got a master's in accounting. I then went and worked for a CPA firm where I earned my CPA license. So I passed a bunch of tests. I got all these hours by working under really smart people. And that's how I got my education. Now, you may go to a trade school, you may end up being a plumber or an electrician or something else, but go and get a good education, learn a finite skill, and then go apply it. Take your education very seriously. So that's what I did. I took it serious even from like middle school on. I pride myself on getting really good grades. So I went all the way through my master's program and I had a 3.98 GPA through my master's program. That includes all my undergraduate and my graduate level classes. This helped me out tremendously because it led me to being able to find a good job, which is step number 2, go and get a good job. To become a millionaire, you've got to find a good job or a good career or start a good business. Now, my highlights for a good job is 1, a place that you will be happy. 2, a place that you have opportunities to grow. 3, a job that has good people working there, so you'll have good coworkers. And 4, a job that pushes you to become better. If you can find a job that has those 4 things, you are going to have a great opportunity to not only increase your income over time, but also increase your skills and allow you to grow and become more and more valuable. So that's what I did. I ended up working for a CPA firm in Salt Lake City. It's called Tanner, and it is full of brilliant people and people that I look up to and respect so much. And they were able to help me learn and progress as an individual. Working for that CPA firm is one of the best decisions that I've made in my life as far as career goes. It really set me up for the future. They taught me so much that I actually was able to go and moved to another job in my hometown where I had a fantastic boss and was able to learn and progress there as well. All right, step number 3 is be smart with your money. Now, coming straight out of college, I wasn't making a ton of money. I think my starting salary at Tanner was $50,000. So, I mean, it was good money, but it's not like, holy cow, you can become a millionaire off of $50,000 a year, right? But I was smart with my money. I was extremely frugal. I invested in the 401k at Tanner because they had a match. I ended up going and buying a house up there, which was a great investment. I ended up selling it a few years later and had a great gain on it. But be smart with your money, regardless of how much money you make. Be smart with it because, like Dave Ramsey says, your greatest wealth building tool is your income. I've said this on previous videos, but I am a firm believer in it. There are 2 ways to have more money in life, and that is 1, increase your income, and 2, decrease your expenses. So being smart with your money, decrease those expenses. Do not do debt unless it is for a reasonable house. Avoid credit card debt, avoid car debt. I don't think you need to go into debt to buy a car. Try and buy as much as you possibly can with cash and avoid that debt. All right, step number 4 is find passive income streams. One of the most obvious is a 401k, especially if your company offers any employer match. If they offer employer match, you should invest at a minimum the amount that it would take to maximize the employer match. And that's what I did with all of the companies I've worked for. If they offered a match, I automatically invested in it so I could make sure that I could get that employer match. If you don't do that, you're pretty much throwing away free money. Now, after the 401k, I found real estate, which is really my true passion. I love real estate investing. So I bought my first rental property and it's been awesome ever since. I've been able to go and buy more rental properties, and then I've been able to go and invest in a hotel. And I love that real estate because the rental income is fantastic. And since I've bought those properties, they have all appreciated pretty significantly. Step number 4 is one of the most important steps because the more money that you have working for you that is gaining steam and compounding over time, the quicker you're going to be able to become a millionaire. So when I started investing in real estate, I kept going with my job, and all the excess funds, whether it was from rent or from my job, went to buy more real estate. So I started with real estate. I bought one house. I took all of the profits, bought another house, took all of those profits, bought another house, took all of those profits, and then I went and invested in a hotel. And that's kind of been my journey as far as real estate investing. Now the goal now is to keep going. I want to take all of those profits and I hope to jump into the apartment world, have multi-family housing and go a little bit bigger instead of the single family houses that I've been buying so far. Now, if you're not going to do real estate, but you go the 401k route, my suggestion would be is invest in a good mutual fund in the S&P 500. Find one that has a low expense ratio and put your money there. The S&P 500 on average returns 10 to 12% annually. All right, step number 5 is surround yourself with good people. I've read a bunch of books and I've heard this saying a lot is you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So surround yourself with millionaires. Find people that are successful at what they do and spend time with them, because if you can end up being the average of them, if you have 5 people that are millionaires and you spend the most time with them, you're going to end up being a millionaire. Now, this rule does not have to be physically, because if I was the sum average of the 5 people that I spend the most time with physically, I would be a 5-year-old because I have a whole bunch of little kids. Find people that inspire you, read their books, watch their YouTube videos, spend time with them intellectually. You don't have to actually meet them, be with them physically. But if you spend a lot of your mental capacity in that realm, then you're going to be inspired, you're going to lift yourself up, and you're going to find ways to succeed. That's really the premise of one of my favorite books. It's Think, Grow, Rich. I love this book, not only for the monetary side of it, but also just for anything in life. If you spend your time thinking about that and let it consume you, you can progress and do so much just by correcting your mindset. So I've been very lucky to be around some extremely smart people. One of my bosses ended up becoming a business partner of mine, and because of him, I've been able to invest in this motel that has 58 rooms, and it's been a huge blessing to me, and it's because I surrounded myself with good people. Now, number 1 is my wife. She is the best person that I know, and because of her, I've been able to do so much and chase so many dreams. Without her, I would definitely be lost. So she is so important and so vital to my success, and I love her. All right, step number 6 is always improve. In business, if you aren't growing, you're shrinking, so always find ways to improve. And I think this goes for us personally as well. Educate yourself, learn as much as you can, always find ways to improve. And if you do this, then you're going to find success. And step number 7 is be generous. I can't think of a time in my life where I was generous or helped somebody, whether it be monetarily or just emotionally, that I wasn't happy that I did it. I've always been happy when I've been able to help somebody. And I think a great part of success is helping people. I think the most successful people in the world are those who help the most people along the way. So don't wait to be a millionaire to help people. Help people now, and when you do that, karma, God will bless you, all of it will come around, and you will see great benefits from it. Because really, what is good about being a millionaire if you aren't using those funds, those things that you've been blessed with, to lift other people up? Thank you for watching, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing.